Hello, good evening. Good evening, all. We are here to welcome the renowned contemporary Tamil literary icon of India, Salma. Although Rajathi Salma is her pen name and her actual name is Rukaiya, I would prefer to refer her as Salma today. She is the literary sensation not just in Tamil Nadu or in India, but across the world through translation of her novels and poems. She has authored 2 novels, 3 poetry collections, 1 short story book, and 1 anthology of essays. Salma's poetry and fiction carved a unique impression of everyday life in the confined domestic space and of the subject of still considered unqualified for any literary consideration in the minds of the readers of all genders. And it evokes a million feelings and creates an empathetic perspective towards it. Born in a small town in Trichy district, she spent her childhood in a conservative society. Against all odds, she emerged more and more strong. Her voice is the representative voice of the marginalized section. Salma, welcome. Should we begin?
Thank you, Sonali. Thank you for this
Yes.
opportunity discussing with our working and both are working same. No.
Yes. Yes, I'm beginning here. As a writer, Salma, you had or rather are going through difficult experiences. We have seen through ages that the conservative static elements in society don't accept alternative thought. Such forces find an easy way out of throttling progressive voices brutally. The same has happened with you. As an inevitable part of every woman's life, your poems have not excluded references of sanitary napkin, of sexual intimacies, of private body parts. The extremely conservative forces threatened you. Even rape threats was made against you. They made false charges against you. Moreover, you belong to such an age when the world is divided into two camps. How do you tackle such situations? Your fear, anger, depression. Can you please share your feelings with us, Salma?
Yes, the same. You're telling all the things. Not only me. We were 4 more poets in Tamil Nadu. 1990, we wrote a lot of poems about women desires and sexuality, about our body and everything. Me only started that kind of opened up that kind of writings.
Yes.
First, I started myself. Then after that, some poets they also started. Women poets started writing same kind of poems and writings. We faced a lot of criticism, and not only me, everyone is faced the same kind of threats and criticism. Vulgarly, they criticized us, and my problem is my society. Other women poets, they are coming from the Hindu families, the educated people, they are the poets, but I'm in a small village. I'm living with my family, my husband and mother-in-law, joint family. The community is patriarchal community. The society is very. We know about that situation, but I don't want to stop my writings. I faced a lot of criticism. My family also threatening me. They wanted to stop my writings. That time only I changed my name, pen name. I took my pen name Salma. Before I wrote my original name is Rajathi. My original name is Rajathi. That is still Rajathi is my original name. But that time only because of my family opposed, my husband opposed my writings. I don't want to write my own name. Then I changed my pen name. I took my pen name Khalil Gibran poems. On Salma is there. I impressed on the poem and the name. I took that name. I wrote my poems. Yes, all women writers, when they are starting something new about their body, everywhere the situation is same, I think. Uh, I my anger, fear, and depression are expressed in form of writings.
Yeah.
Continuously, I write. I, whenever I feel weakened by the society, I write. Writing my feeling out and is still the best solution for me to tackle such emotional situations. Only writing. Still, I'm facing threatening, and every time I publish one story, the people are reacted bad things, but we could not stop them. But I could write. That is the
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
solution.
This is the answer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think of Simone de Beauvoir, her famous statement was, one is not born, rather becomes woman. Echoes in
Yes.
your writing all the time. From your childhood, you had been asked to obey the orthodox authority. You challenged it, rebelled against the marriage system, and thus decided to confine yourself to four walls of your home. After your puberty, you were forced to get married and then went through the hardship of your marriage. As a person who staunchly believes in the freedom, it must be agonizing. Do you think that such suppressing situations contributed to your creativity?
Yes, of course. When I was a child, uh, Simon Tipo is, yes, absolutely right. Women always getting a lot of advices from the society, from the family, from mom, from the father. Everybody is telling us, you should do this, you should not do this, like that. But we always created. Women always created by the society. Men not like that. They can born, they can live whatever they want.
Okay, but
By
you get
society,
stimulated.
yes, yes. Then that kind of life I had. But interestingly, I read a lot of books in libraries. That time I got different books, different thoughts from the books. Periyar, you
Mhm.
know how much he wanted freedom for women, liberated them. In whole society in Tamil Nadu, whole women they are getting freedom because of Periyar thoughts.
Mhm.
2 3 years before, I watched a film, Telugu film, the Devadasi issues. That
Mhm.
problem was 1978. It was in Calcutta. That film made that history. Okay, but our Tamil Nadu, we demolished that Devadasa system 1947 because of Periyar's
Oh.
thoughts. He wanted give freedom for women. I read a lot of books, and I communicate with all the thoughts from him. My my all my parents teach me, society teach me, you are women, you should do, you should not do, like that. But I freed myself. I get freedom myself. I wanted
Mhm.
write all my emotions. That time I try to write, but not only suffered me. I'm suffering with this community. I didn't get education. I didn't go outside. I'm sitting inside of the home. It was such a horrible life I had in my 9 years. I wasted my life inside the home. But a lot of women, I can see lot of women, my sisters, my uh, cousins, and every woman, they are also having same kind of life, facing same kind of problems. But I wanted share my thoughts. I wanted write for them also, not only for me.
Mhm. Right.
I can observe everything. I write all the things. That's why my writings are so powerful because of that. Everything I get it from the life experience of them. Yes, I wrote
Out of
everything.
separation, you got the voice you have.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
I
okay.
wanted to write my all the depressors. All my experiences. I can write. I did. Only I can do that only one time.
Okay, 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 okay. Salma, I feel not only curious, but rather odd that you, being a poet, a novelist, a politician, in last 2 decades, have this wonderful multifaceted life. I think your journey is on the path of the personal is political. But do these two roles, as a writer and as a politician, interfere one another in your daily life? Or do you feel that it puts constraints on you? Or do you think that one of these identities overpower the other? Will you please share with us your thoughts on this?
Yes, of course. As a writer, I'm a very free bird. We can write anything. I don't want to control myself. I can write anything, whatever I feel. But as a politician, I'm belonging with a party, mainstream
Hmm.
politician. That party have some kind of uh, 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 some kind of things, the big one issue, maybe party have some kind of views. I
Hmm.
could not overtake that view. This
Hmm.
problem is there. Uh, Time also, when sometime I want to do something in my own work, my own attending some literary work, literary writing workshop like that. But that time party announced one kind of protest somewhere. We have to go. We have to
Hmm.
give more preference for that matter. Uh,
Hmm.
Luckily, my party, I joined with the DMK. This
Hmm.
party is having um, maybe same wavelength. That
Hmm.
parties, that about the Periarism and Annaism is there. My thoughts also same kind of things, and equality, social justice, everything is in the parties. Uh, that's why I don't feel bad in never. Uh, Working together, we are not bad. But my time is always, uh, we have to spend a lot of time for field work. As a
Okay.
politician, we have to do for field. We have to meet
Hmm.
people. We have to do a lot of work with the people. That kind of issues are there. But my writings never stopped. Never. Party is not interfere. Yeah, party leaders
Okay.
also were very progressive. No,
Yes.
Karnanidhi is there. He also progressive. Stalin also progressive as chief minister. I don't have any problem still.
Hmm.
We are working
Okay.
together. Yeah. Mm.
Okay, there is a documentary called Salma by Kim Longinetto that features you, and it has been published across the world via Amnesty International. In that documentary, you remark that, I quote, you don't know
பார்ட்டி கொள்கைங்கிறது என்ன? பாலிசி மறந்துட்டேன்.
such an incredible statement, Salma. I can imagine that, like Socrates, how many cups of poison you might have gulped before coming to such an illuminating thought. How do you gather such patience? Can you tell us what you have achieved by walking on this conscious path?
Yes, this is not patience. This I thought is understanding.
Mhm,
We have to we are living with this society, we could understand, we can understand what happening. The people, a lot of human, they are, when they are suffering, we thought women are suffering because of men. Sometimes women, they have problem with other women. The dowry harassment, every mother-in-law is and sister-in-laws making problem with the daughter-in-laws because of the dowry system. We have, our country is having that kind of system. The women also affected the male-dominated society. Because of the male-dominated society, the thoughts, they are the feminist. We are thinking men are doing all the things. The women also affected by this kind of thoughts. Women, my mother is always forcing me go inside the home, sit inside home, don't go outside. Like the women also affected. They not they could not thought about the freedom, about the patriarchy society. Then I could understand. When I wrote a poem about my sanitary napkins, I'm okay. I can write that poem. I'm happy about the poem. But people are, all the readers are happy about the poem. But my husband and my mother-in-law, they said, we are living in this society. We are facing the problems. The people are teasing us. What kind of woman you are, what kind of wife you are, wife. Like the people are criticizing my husband, my mother-in-law, they are also facing the problem. The problem is the patriarchal society only. We could not help single people. We could not change single people. We have to live with the people. We have to understood the people. We have to work for changing this community, the thoughts, everything. That is the problem. I don't want to hate single people. I don't want to do against them anything. But I want to, they have to change, but we have to work for change the society, the thoughts. That is not a change. Nothing do. Had not nothing do.
And you haven't got any bitterness about all this. Your
Yes,
medium is just writing.
yes, it is. But I don't want to show for them against anyone. But I can write. This is my only one solution. I can whatever I want write, but they can't stop. Yeah, that's only enough for me.
Okay. From the last 2 or 3 decades, we are talking about women empowerment. Women's participation in politics paves the way for gender equality. Policy measures like reservation for women in Panchayat Raj, that is local self-government body, are being taken to build the capacity of women. However, after almost 2 decades, we see that women have remained underrepresented in the politics. What do you think about present scenario of women's participation in the politics in South Asian countries? As a politician who seeks social justice, do you think the social and cultural norms are major obstacles in the progress of this marginalized lot? What do you think about it?
Yes,
And how do you face it?
women, we have to get more power, political power. But men always not allowing us. This is still happening. Panchayat Raj system, 33% reservation for women, Rajiv Gandhi implemented. First, Tamil Nadu only implemented in 1996. Dr. Kalangin, he only implemented that. The lot of women, we came out from the home, from the kitchen. We have to do a lot of work. Women only understand the people issues. water issues, Panchayat Raj, Panchayat, what is the problems in Panchayat, rural issues, no? Panchayat, only water and road and small things. Women only could understand water issues. We always, water is women issue only. You know about that. Men nothing doing about the water issue, but she only suffered, she only think about that, she only carrying water from outside, everything a women issue, no? Then all the women panchayat leaders, they are working this kind of small issues, women issues. Now 50% increasing. The panchayat raj system is changing everywhere. 50% reservation for women. When I was as a writer, I published my first poetry collection 2000. Family not allowing me write poems, citing my poems, and I should not go out. I should not. At that time only I took pen name only. Then 2001, my panchayat reserved for women. My husband came to me. Can you see the election? He only asking me because he is man, he could not stand the election. He wanted a puppet, he wanted to use me. He asked me, can you? Then I said, okay, I'm very happy. I said, okay, I can. Then I signed the nomination paper. Then next day, my husband family, they took me every village. Before I never go out. Okay, can you imagine? Before election, I never came out from the home. I didn't give my name to the publisher. I never give my photos for the book. A lot of people asking me interview. I hid my identity that time as a writer. When I enter in the politics, my face, they wanted to show my face. I wanted to meet people. Then my family and my husband took me in the car, in the jeep, in the van. I went out every village. I was campaigning everywhere. My face, photo everywhere in the posters. Totally change happened that time only. I won the election. After that, everybody knows Salma is writer. See, this is Salma. Everybody knows, all the Tamil Nadu. First, one of the women for serious literary person who stood election, she won the election, she is Salma. Everybody knows that time only. I gave a lot of interviews, Indian Express and Hindu, everybody came for the interview. I was popular that time. Because of the power, my family, my husband, everybody after that accept my writings, and they don't care about my writings. They don't scold me, they never scold after that. Why are you writing like that?
But are you observing any change in political scenario as a leader? Have you?
But every party, they have an agenda. My party also have agenda. 33% reservation we have to give for women in assembly or parliament. But the parliament, every time women, when the issues taking by the politicians, Congress, other parties, they're not allowing the bill, passing the bill, because all the men, they have fear on women. They don't want to share the power with women. That's why still we would not get 33% reservation in parliament and assembly. The central government, every time Congress is taking the bill, then the Achilles Mulayam Singh Yadav party or Lallu party, they against that bill, they came out. That time our party always supporting this bill. Rajya Sabha already our MP Kanimoli, she raises this issue that implemented in Rajya Sabha. But Lok Sabha, because of the other political party members, they don't want to give the power. They don't want to share. That's why still women we not get represented in the parliament and the assembly. You know, recently one issue was there in the parliament. Women marriage age now 21
Yes.
years. That time the committee was formed by the parliament. Only one single woman, 30 members in the parliament committee, only one woman member.
Oh.
They say about us, okay. But on that committee, 30 men is 39 men, only one woman is there. How can
God.
get? Yeah, this is the problem. This society, male-dominated society, everywhere, religiously, culturally, we are always against women. That's why we could not get power in the assembly or parliament. We could not enter. This is happening still. It's very sad. In Asian, I think other Pakistan or Bangladesh or some other country, Afghanistan, they are better than us in the parliament. They have better than us. Members are there. Women members are there.
Are you encouraging women to introduce themselves to politics?
Of course, the power only change our life. We need political power. That's why women, we have to enter in politics in the 50% Panchayat Raj. Every woman, they wanted to enter the politics. They can. It's easy. In the assembly or parliament, we could not win. But Panchayat Raj, easy Panchayat elections are small voters, little small places. We can enter, we can win. It's easy. But women should do enter in politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And your statement is personal, is political. Is
Yes.
your agenda also?
Writing also political, no? Every single word we are writing is political.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The last question, Salma. You long for the transformation in the society. You sincerely wish to bury the discrimination based on creed, caste, and gender. And moreover, you challenge the patriarchy. At the end, what message would you like to give to the listeners to create such a society?
Yes, we are equal. Only one word I have. When a society is thought I'm a caste, upper caste or lower caste, or some you are a big person, I'm a so, like we are always same kind of discrimination is having this country, especially particularly women are equal, but we never teach the society, schools or colleges and families, we never teach this discrimination in our family with our children. We have a caste system. The caste system is whatever we go, we could not find. Only in India we are having this system. This is always the problem of us. The discrimination, we have to fight against that. Social justice we need. Equality only, the freedom for all of us. Freedom, we want freedom. Equality only can give it. I think so.
Yeah. And you are demanding equality to transgender community also because you are working for them.
Yeah, we are working for us. Tamil Nadu is the first formed a board for them. Social welfare board formed a new board for them. There are a lot of people. Recently, our chief minister, one commission he announced, that is a planned commission. It's very powerful commission. one of 5 members is there, one member is transgender. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Yeah. Yes.
Clap.
Our Chief Minister Stalin announced it. Now she's working on the field, planning commission member, ASEAN member.
Wow,
Yeah.
great.
Yes. In the other state, we could not find because of this is Periyar land. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
It has been a great time, dear listeners. We are listening to Salma from last half an hour. In the short time, she has expressed her thoughts about freedom of expression, her keen sense of society, its problems, and the way of transformation, her concept of rebellion. It's really an illuminating talk for all of us. Salma, thank you for inspiring us to do our utmost to make a change in society. You have said once and always, writer can rise above politics, but writing itself is an extremely political act.
Yes.
Yes, Salma, true. Thanks to the organizers and all the listeners. Thank you. Thank you again, Salma. Be with us always.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.